is 1897, and Collinwood lies under a strange spell. On the grounds of the great estate, in a house by the sea, a young man, controlled by the spell, watches a woman play solitaire, knowing that when he sees the Queen of Spades, he must kill her.
Oh.
Don't be startled, Mrs. Trask. I know you play.
Well, everyone does. No one is absolutely perfect. If you've come to plead about charity, it's useless.
No, I didn't come about that.
Because I never interfere in my daughter's decisions.
I came to apologize.
Apologies are the devil's invention. They only cover evil behavior.
I shouldn't like you to think ill of me.
Well, it would be a sin on my part if I overlooked your behavior.
Well, Reverend Trask and I have discussed from time to time the possibility of my leaving.
That would be just as well.
Mr. Hanley has agreed to help.
Whatever that means.
But you, of course, you write all the references.
Young man, I just want to relax. I just want to relax this evening and have my tea. Now, if you don't mind.
May I fill your cup?
That is not necessary.
Oh, do let me do something for you.
As long as you don't think it'll change my attitude. Small favors will never change my opinion. I try to be as fair as God lets me, but there's some things I will never forget. That scene this morning I will never forget, no matter how polite you may be now.
Your tea, dear Mrs. Trask.
Thank you. You may go now. We have nothing further to say to each other.
I want to be sure your tea is all right. Is anything the matter?
Oh, it's so bitter. I shouldn't have let it steep so long.
More sugar?
Oh, no. I'll add some hot water to it. That should take care of it. That's better. What are you staring at me for? Why don't you go to your room and finish that work that you've been neglecting? Well, what are you waiting for? What's wrong?
What's wrong with you, Mrs. Trask?
Nothing. Oh, Reverend Trask has told me not to get too excited. I have very high blood pressure, you know.
Why, no, I didn't.
Well, it's no concern of yours. Oh, I have this pain. Why don't you leave?
You'd better sit down, Mrs. Trask.
Phone the doctor.
No, sit here. I will go to the phone.
No,
I'll do that for you.
Oh, I don't know what this is. I've never had anything like this. Oh.
Operator? Hello? Operator?
It's dark. The light. It's getting so dark.
Operator!
What's wrong?
Our line seems to be out of order.
But it can't be. I phoned Collinwood earlier. It was all right. Oh. Why are you just standing there? Why don't you help me? Help me, please. Charity! Charity, help me.
I don't understand how you can fail Alicette Ainsley in sewing.
She hasn't finished one thing I've given her to do.
Alicette comes to us very highly recommended. Her father is the leading banker in Brewster, Massachusetts.
And I told her I would fail her unless she finished the bonnet, and she chose not to. It's very simple, Charity.
Well, we can't send a failing mark home. I suggest we give her a D. And please don't sulk about it.
I am not sulking.
Deny it all you want. I know that look on your face.
Should we finish the report cards?
Oh, you are in a hurry. Oh. Do you have permission to go out this evening? Well, he certainly didn't waste much time, did he?
I don't know who you're talking about.
I knew, of course, that he would come to you first thing. But I want you to understand, I broke the engagement. I don't know what Tim may have told you.
He's told me nothing.
Well, he will, won't he? I feel quite sure that he'll even propose to you now.
I don't know what you base that on.
And in a way, I think the two of you might be very happy. Perhaps together you'll be able to work out some of the problems that each of you obviously has.
Let's get our work done.
I'm afraid Tim isn't ambitious enough for me. Oh, of course, if I wanted to spend the rest of my life teaching at this school.
You have other plans?
Yes. Yes, of course. Mama has. I shouldn't be at all surprised, Rachel, if my life were to change completely. Imagine having closets full of beautiful dresses, jewels. Oh, Father wouldn't approve, of course, but if I were living at Collinwood, he might. He would realize I had to keep up a certain position. Mama would make him realize that.
You did this to me. Why? Why?
You played the Queen of Spades.
Murderer. Murderer.
I had to. You played the Queen of Spades. He told me when you played the Queen, it would happen. He told me it would happen.
Who told you, Tim? It's all right, Tim. I'm going to help you. You remember what I said, Tim? This is all an experiment. It is as if we were in a laboratory. We must remain very clinical. You've done well, Tim. Now look at me. Straight into my eyes, Tim. I can see that you're troubled. Troubled by what you've done. But I am going to help you again. Tim, don't take your eyes from mine. Do you want my help, Tim? This is the Queen of Spades, Tim. And when you tear it up, you will remember none of what has happened. You will forget forever all the visits you paid to my house, all the talks we had together, the plans that we made. You will forget all about Mrs. Trask. You want that, don't you, Tim? Tear up the card. You did that, Shaw.
Mrs. Trask? She's dead.
Now, don't try to tell me that you didn't. I heard her last words. Murderer. Murderer.
No!
Now, don't you try anything, Shaw.
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. I don't know why I'm in this room. Why am I here?
That's exactly what you'll have to explain to the police.
What? The
Operator.
police?
Operator, give me the police. Give me that.
Rachel, your grades are either too low or too high. Father will not be pleased.
Then I will be happy to explain them to your father if he wants me to.
Oh, I'm sure he'll insist upon it. As you well know, Father despises favoritism in any form.
Who is it?
It's Tim, Rachel. Let me in, please. I gotta talk to you. Lock the door. Lock the door. Now, Rachel, you've got to help me. You've got to.
Matter, tell me.
Did Shaw have any motive for killing your mother, Miss Trask? I'm sorry. I know this has been a terrible shock to you. The police will be here soon, and I want to spare you as much unpleasantness as I can.
She's not dead.
Now, the police will find him without any great difficulty, I'm sure. He can't get far.
She can't be dead. What will Father say? My father won't let her be dead. What will Father say?
Your father will be grief-stricken, I'm sure.
Where is he? He should be here.
Well, you said that he was going into Collinsport this evening.
He should be here.
If you just had some idea where he was going.
I don't know.
Now, Miss Trask.
Why aren't you out looking for Tim? What can you hope to do here?
I didn't go after him because I did not have the foresight to bring a gun. Now, Shaw is violent, Miss Trask. I'm sure the police will find him.
I know where he is.
Where?
He's with her. He's with Rachel. She'll help him. She hated Mama. She's with him.
Father keeps this for robbers.
Where is Miss Drummond's room?
So I've got to get some money.
But why did Evan Hanley come here? I mean, why did he walk in at that precise moment?
I don't know.
Oh, Tim, you...
Rachel, you don't believe me, do you? Do you think I did that on purpose?
No, of course I believe you.
The awful thing is, I did hate her. Well, no, that's too strong a word. I felt sorry for her, having to live with that man day after day with all his sheer madness, but I didn't kill her.
Tim, don't you remember anything?
Just standing outside and walking in the door, I wanted to apologize, that's all. Why don't I remember anything? What's happening to my brain? People just don't have minutes go out of their lives like that.
Tim, maybe Evan Hanley killed her. Maybe he's just trying to put the blame on you.
And what if he did? How could I prove it? I've got to get out of here.
But you're not guilty.
They'll just think that I did.
You've got to stay here and fight.
You think I got a chance to fight? You think so? Will Reverend Trask testify for me? No, he'll be the leader of the rat pack to string me up and hang me.
Tim, you've got to go to that abandoned house. Do you remember? That place that we hid that first night that we left. It was right near the Collins estate.
Peabody's farm.
Yes. And you've got to go there. Just stay there tonight. And then I'll bring you some money, as much as I can.
You know,
I'll come tomorrow morning after breakfast. I have a free period then.
they're going to be watching you. They're going to think I'm going straight to you. Be careful.
Yes, I will.
Miss Drummond, I know you're in there, and I only hope for your sake that you're alone. Now open this door immediately. Open it! Miss Shaw. If Shaw is in there, you can be charged with being an accomplice to murder. Now open this door. Come on.
Mr. Hanley, I'm sorry, but I was just getting ready for bed. I'll be a moment. Mr. Hanley, I don't know what you're doing here.
Oh, yes, you do.
Well, tell me what's happened.
No, you tell me. Now, where is Tim Shaw? Did he go out that window, Miss Drummond? Is he running through the woods? Where's he going, Miss Drummond?
Well, why would Tim be going anywhere?
Oh, don't you lie to me.
You're hurting me.
Now, you tell me where Tim Shaw is.
I don't know. I don't know. You're hurting me.
You have a perfect face for it, those great innocent eyes. Now, you tell me where he is, because I know that you are lying. I know that you're happy that Mrs. Trask is dead.
Mrs. Trask?
You do that very well, Mrs. Drummond. Now, you tell me where he is. Did you and Shaw plan this together?
No!
He didn't plan it alone.
Tim Shaw didn't plan anything. If Mrs. Trask is dead, I'm sure that Tim doesn't know anything about it. What are you doing here? You're not a friend of anybody's here. How do you happen to be here?
What are you implying, Miss Drummond?
I don't know. It just seems strange that you should be here.
I came here to get the translation that I commissioned Tim to do. Now, you're lying to me. Where is he? Look at me.
No!
Are you afraid of what I might see in
No!
your eyes?
No!
Then look into my eyes.
No, I don't want to! Just let me go!
Not until you tell me where he is.
But I don't know!
You do!
No!
Now, where is he?
I don't know! Mr. Hanley, I told you. I don't know where he is. I don't know what's happened. Just let me alone. Let me alone.
You're lying to me, Miss Drummond. Shall I get Robert? I can. Or would you prefer me to wait until after you've lied to the police? Would you prefer the Reverend Trask and me to question you then?
Why are you taking the key?
So that you will be safe for us. Don't worry, Miss Drummond. You won't be alone. Hold on.